3, 2, 1, go. This one is a little bit hard to follow. Thank you for the good luck. Just because this is one where I know a lot of these are just basically just gifting, and there's not a lot of other gameplay for some of them. That's why I like horse race, because you at least have the race. You know, you have the kind of the little trick with the weather and things like that. This one is just straight gifting Gwen, doing some cutscenes, and that's that. I mean, that's all. This is the one where Gwen finds an endangered weasel at the lake or the goddess pond, and then she goes through a spiritual crisis of whether she should save it, or I'm not sure. This is a very weird one where she's like, yeah, I don't know, kind of an interesting one. But another one of the waifu endings for those of you who like the waifus. And Gwen's a pretty good waifu. She's a top tier waifu. She's not bad. She's kind of the animal lover, you know. So, blondie, you know. Kind of tsundere, kind of you know, tsundere is like an anime girl who's like rude to the protagonist, but like really she loves him, you know. Really she's crushing on him, you know. So you got to break through that bitter outer shell of the tsundere. Hey, what up, Meads? My favorite Harvest Moon game, I was asked this earlier. I think it's probably 64, because I just have the most memories with it. But this is probably up there. This is probably second or tied with. I like this game because of the 2001 vibes, and you know. Oh yeah, the goddess, yeah. The harvest goddess, yeah. Yeah. And this is a mixed response pattern to the goddess, so we're gonna. It doesn't matter which one you respond negatively to, but you just obviously respond negatively to one of them and positively to the other two. 64 just has everything. It's like if 64 was the last Harvest Moon game that ever came out, it would still be a classic. It would still be. You know, there's even though it still has that early Harvest Moon, like almost like kind of haphazard vibe of, you know, bad translations combined with typos, combined with, you know, glitchy mechanics. It's not like the newer Harvest Moon games actually make it obsolete in any way. It's honestly very interesting, but. Okay, so we're gonna skip Spring 2. As I was saying, the kind of the optimal route actually does cranberries. So you would sleep until summer, and as Desert was saying, because sleeping is so fast, sleeping until summer is actually still faster because cranberries start to grow in summer. And her favorite gift is cranberries. Okay, good, nice, actually beautiful harvest. I do like A Wonderful Life. A Wonderful Life was actually my very first Harvest Moon game when I was 13. Actually, it might have been 12. I think it was 12, actually. It gets kind of a bad reputation. Okay. Oh, what? Okay, good. It gets a bad reputation because it changed a lot, but because it was my first game. And after that, I played 64, so I knew what people were talking about when they said 64 was better. But it's okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Bad reputation. It's just it just was seen as deviating from the formula in ways that I think people didn't. And I can't speak for everybody, but I can definitely see where people were coming from. And once I played 64, I looked at A Wonderful Life totally differently, and I definitely didn't. I didn't play it as much after I got 64. By the way, there's a little house here with the sprites. I didn't know this for like a really long time playing this game. Probably played this for like, I don't know, a year or more before I knew that they had this little house, because it's just kind of hidden, and it's hidden in like a shadow that you can't really see very well. But you have to gift the sprites a couple times just for this ending, which is kind of unique, because otherwise you would never need to talk to them. When I first routed this, I was gifting them on Tuesdays, I think, or Mondays, whatever day they appear at the whatever day they appear. I think it's Tuesday, yeah, because otherwise it's kind of, because if it was Tuesday, or if it was Monday, then it would be worth it, but it's Tuesday, so it means Gwen's not there. Yes, that too, Desert, yeah. It feels, once you get through the first couple of years, it's actually a lot of fun for the first couple of years, but then it just kind of, it feels empty for the rest of it. And I remember I actually did complete A Wonderful Life, but I felt like I just kind of slept through a lot of the rest of it. A lot of the late game. Another nice thing about this ending is rain actually does not matter at all. Gwen is always available in the Carpenters, and actually rain on her days off is ideal because it means that she is in the Carpenters when she would normally not be. Let me actually grab a few more of these. 1, 2. You said what? She says something about like not liking rain, but yeah. No, it's okay. No, you eat the ice cream. I don't want the ice cream. I like vanilla better. I'm kind of more of a vanilla guy, yeah. Usually, yeah. You know me, I'm vanilla. I like chocolate, but I like chocolate cake. Kind of. What day is this? Friday? I think it's Friday. How many do I need? I need 27 gifts. Saturday. Yeah, this is not New Game Plus. This is 80%. New Game Plus is interesting, but you have to prepare the file in advance with all the gifts. So it reduces a lot of RNG because it means you don't have to depend on forage luck, because forage luck is a big pain in this game. You do reset a fair bit for. Doesn't it stink when it rains? I said this was Saturday, right? Okay. Do you guys have Harvest Moon you have played for over 1,000 hours? I don't know. I might have played 64 that long. I'm not sure. But when I first got it, I bought it on eBay or something. That was back when you could still buy games on eBay for like $12. Like, don't remember how much I spent on that, but it was not much. But I probably played it at least that long as a kid. See, we're lucky that we didn't get this kind of luck on the horse race, because this kind of luck is totally fine for Weasel, but yeah, I still need to try Olive Town. I do hear a lot of good things, and obviously, actually, and I know I dozed off last night, but I know Demo was playing Olive Town. I think he already ran it, right? He already did his run, his marriage run. I believe that was Sunday. That's what it sounds. That's what it seems like. Yeah. The experimentation is, especially in speedrunning, I kind of appreciate the experimentation. Yeah, it's Sunday, because Parsley for some reason stands in the rain on Sunday there. So, it's nice that they didn't just keep making the same exact game over and over. It's like a lot of times developers can't win because people want the formula, but when they stick to the formula too much, they get complaints, obviously. So in a lot of ways, I think the experimentation was worthwhile and kept things sort of new, but some of the experimentation was too weird. Let's just go into that's 5. This is Monday. And actually, I was talking to Desert the other day about Rune Factory in this regard, but and I like Rune Factory. I just recently played it, but it does have, speaking of visual novels, it actually does have a visual novel aesthetic to it almost, and I kind of don't like that. I liked the old school, like this game, for example, the art style in this game, or the art style in okay, tomorrow's Tuesday, right? Okay, good. Rainy Tuesday is perfect, because now she would not have been available, but now she will be. Her day off location on Tuesday is, I believe, the Brownie Farm, but because it's raining, she'll be. Anyway, so yeah, I noticed that in some of the newer Harvest Moon games too, and I just like the older school, kind of almost kitschy art style. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like. But I in a way, I think it suits Rune Factory, and I like Rune Factory, but. Okay, I should have exactly enough. No, it's not that I don't like it. I think it's just not my first sort of choice, I suppose, for a style. I think it works in Rune Factory, and I like Rune Factory for that, but okay, Wednesday. But it's not my go-to, and I think, and personally in Harvest Moon games, maybe it's more just that a lot of the newer Harvest Moon games that took on that art style, they also deviated from the formula in ways that I just didn't. So it was kind of an overall package that just wasn't appealing to me. Whereas I feel like, you know, Olive Town, at least from what I've heard of it, from what Desert's saying, and from what I've heard others say, is well, it certainly doesn't have that kind of anime art style, but it also is just a return to form in a way that I think is nice. So in that sense, if it did have that art style, it wouldn't bother me that much, because it's also, you know, it plays the way that they used to. Okay, so I'm actually on really good pace with her. I will make a safety save at some point, because there is a way that you can screw yourself on this ending, but hang on. Okay, so this was Wednesday. Basically, you split your sprite gifting between 2 separate Thursdays, because they're in here on Thursdays. Just enter here. Strawberry cow or classic cow? Okay. Actually, she won't even take the herb. I should have given her the herb. I should have given them the herb, because she won't take the herb. Okay, so that's one mistake, I suppose. But that's okay, because then tomorrow I'll get a cutscene, and this will actually. Okay, so is that all I have? Is just the herb? So another thing about this one is you want to kind of space out your foraging. Because there's a day that you really need to just wait around for a while, and so you do all your foraging pretty much on that day. This was Friday. And this, I think I need to wait. This is a really beginner-friendly ending. Actually, this is probably the easiest ending. Even Azure Swallowtail, as you saw from Lamp yesterday, sadly, he was not able to complete the ending because it does have a hard limit on. Okay, that's cutscene 2, and then there's a point where Gwen invites you to the lake, and if you don't go, then I believe you lock yourself out of the ending. So that's one way that you can mess this ending up, but it's very difficult to do that because I mean, especially casually, you just pay attention to the cutscene, as long as you're not skipping cutscenes. When you're just paying attention, you go, okay, she's invited me, and so if I talk to her right now, she's not gonna say yeah, because otherwise she would give me the dialogue saying, you know, meet me at the. Anyway, so yeah, Azure Swallowtail is actually a lot trickier because you have to make sure that you complete it. You have to complete all the kind of the gifting by the 18th of summer, or else you're. So casually, you could kind of like be kind of triggering a bunch of different endings, and then, you know, okay, you find out that you're on this Azure Swallowtail route, and then just so happens that the days don't work out, and okay, this is Saturday, I believe. Sunday. Okay, it should have been Thursday, but that could have been Wednesday, and then this is Thursday, but I believe this is Sunday, because I think that was Saturday. But we'll find out. Yeah, there she is. So today's Sunday. Yeah, huge roots. So parcel will be right there. Yep, Sunday. Monday. Is 4S the one on Switch? Is that the re-release for Switch? I think I played that, but that's the only one I played. Probably have a cutscene tomorrow, but I don't want to trigger it because tomorrow is Tuesday. Oh, weird. Okay, so this is Thursday. Okay, Thursday's fine. Oh no, I actually could have gone on that Wednesday. What am I doing? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking because it's freaking Endangered Weasel. So you just. I thought I would have triggered this by now, but I'm not. It's a much higher than I thought it was. It's 140 for the third. cutscene, so she should be at. See, she should be at 20 plus 11 or 12 times 8, or actually 11 times 8 is 88, plus 20 is 108, plus 16 I think, so I think that'll be it. I think she's at 124 now, or thereabouts, and then tomorrow's Friday, so then I should actually trigger the cutscene tomorrow, so it will break up the rainy season, so I should get no rain tomorrow. No, I'm sorry. It's 140, what am I doing? So she's at 124, so she needs 2 more. And then this is Friday. Saturday, so that'll be this day. Wait, what? Okay, never mind, this is just a random day. Wait, 13. 12 times 8 is 96. Okay, she must just be 1 off. I sure hope I didn't mess anything. I don't see how I could have messed this up, to be honest. I think I'm just may have slightly miscounted, but I definitely didn't get the number 3 cutscene. Okay, so that's Saturday. Good. Okay. Yes, there it is. Okay, so now she's gonna invite me to meet her at the Goddess Pond in the evening. So this is literally just you just wait, which is why, and she needs I believe 6 more gifts. So I just pick these now. Sadly, you have to do most of your foraging before now, but you may as well just, because this is actually pretty high amount of affection that she needs for this cutscene, but for this invitation to 3, 4, 5. And then actually I can gift her today. Actually, am I supposed to? I think you would normally want to wait for her to come out, but today's Sunday. But I don't think she stops, so yeah, so here she says, okay, I've invited you. So yeah, normally I would wait for her to come out, but I don't know exactly. I don't remember where she stops, so I may as well just do it now. I want to get a stationary conversation, so and it doesn't matter how many I pick. I can just pick all these, and I think I only need like 6, but just so yeah, okay. And then we're just wait here. Thanks for the taters. Very nice. Want some? Okay, I'll be done in like 20 minutes. So. Oh, I know. Do you eat? Okay. Alright, good luck out there. Anyway. Oh, crap. Everyone, big round of applause for Desert, Demo, anyone else who's running things behind the scenes. We love to have this every year. I've been kind of AWOL for some months, but I love to participate. I love to do, do my one trick show, the Save the Homeland show. But I appreciate being able to run, and I can't believe this is the 6th one, to be honest. Cannot believe it's the 6th one. And it's a little bit smaller. I believe last year was a little bit longer, but we still got a lot of great runs. I think we're only like halfway through now, maybe not even quite, maybe only a third. So keep watching. I feel like Save the Homeland is like, it's neat, and a lot of people remember it, but it's kind of a lot of people sleep on it. They're not that into it, and that's totally cool. I like just filling time with it, and was able to do Treasure Hunt, which is kind of a fun one, and doing it, that was clean. Oh, that was so clean. Time is going by really fast. Anyway, so I'm grateful for every year we get to do this, and don't know how many we will do, but we have great organizers, and it's nice to see. Man, we had, even right when you guys went live yesterday, we had 60, 70 viewers right away. So that's kind of neat, and it's small, but it's still, there's still a lot of love, and that's cool. So anyway, so we got to do this twice. We got to wait for the waifu twice. So just had my speech. There's my speech. So yeah, you can just wait inside the area. This is one of the few cutscenes, and it's smart that they did this. Most cutscenes you have to actually all cutscenes that I know of, you have to enter the area after the time has arrived. Whatever time it needs to be, the interval it needs to be in order to trigger the cutscene. All Lake or Goddess Pond cutscenes you can just wait inside the area, so it's kind of convenient because it means that I don't have to check my clock, I don't have to know exactly what time it is. I can just wait in here until the cutscene triggers. You can see the screen go black, and then you just hold start and it's over. I'm glad to see that people remember this and people look for it, and it's a really quirky speed community, but it's actually, somehow it actually works. I never could have expected it, but it's really neat. Okay. So that's where you kind of stake out to Tuesday or Monday. That's where you kind of stake out to see the Endangered Weasel and blah 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 blah. Now Gwen's gonna be going through her existential crisis of whether they should interfere with nature, and or really whether they should use the weasel to save the town, exploiting wildlife. If you actually watch these cutscenes, I was in the process last spring of recording all the cutscenes and posting them on YouTube, because a lot of them you can't find on YouTube. And I still need to finish up doing that. But I had recorded Endangered Weasel, and I hadn't watched a lot of the cutscenes in a while. When you watch the Endangered Weasel cutscenes, it's just like, it's kind of, you're watching her just like breaking down, wondering, oh my gosh, what do we do? The Weasel, I mean, you know, isn't it wrong what we're doing? You know, it's like, well. Okay, skip Tuesday. Now it's a dry season, so I can't get any rain. That was actually quite good rain luck, though. I think because in this case, interestingly enough, in this ending, you want rain in mild season. Specifically, like I said, specifically on Tuesday, Thursday. Because it just allows you to go to Gwen when you normally would not be able to. So I saved, I think, a couple days that way. Luckily, there is a Thursday that overlaps with the rainy season, so I was able to take advantage of that. Let's see, what? Snowball! Oh my gosh! Yeah. She calls the Weasel Snowball. Yeah, it's the only ending where rain is good, besides cases where you use the rainy season for. So I don't know. It's interesting because it's not as, I understand it's not as like. It's a lot of just gifting, talking, and walking around town and skipping cutscenes. So watching it is not as engaging, maybe. Is this Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. And so I totally get that, but as a speedrun, it's actually kind of interesting. There's a fair bit of tech. There's no RNG manip that we know of. You know, I have not bothered to try and. I mean, I've done a little bit of looking into, you know, predicting certain random outcomes, but you know, but even without RNG manip, there's some interesting tech to control for certain factors, and the routing is actually kind of interesting. So as far as Harvest Moon games go, they're short endings for the most part, and I think it's got a nice. What I think a lot of people, you know, as we were talking about with 64 earlier, and how it's still so classic, even if it had never received a sequel. I think a lot of people, I even knew people in school who I thought would never play a game. So, you know, I almost wouldn't tell people at school that I was playing Harvest Moon, because it's like, okay, isn't that a little bit, you know, isn't that kind of, I don't know what people think. It's certainly not a Chad game to play, but whatever you want to call it. But surprisingly, I remember talking to people just kind of by accident in school, even in high school. People would say, "Oh yeah, I used to play Harvest Moon. That stuff was dope, dude. You know, like 64, specifically 64." And it's like it just has a charm to it. People use that word, and I think that word totally fits the bill. I think that's, and I think what I like about this game, and maybe that's what I was trying to say earlier about the about the art styles, you know, it just doesn't have the same charm to it. It looks more like your typical mass-produced anime. Morning, Retro. Hey, nice job on DS last night, or yeah, last night for me, but I fell asleep halfway through, but anyway, so it just, you know, it's like, so it looks more like mass-produced anime, is what I'm trying to say. Whereas 64 and this game too, and that's ultimately what I'm trying to say, is that I find this game, despite its shortcomings, I have to double check the date. I think it's Sunday. Despite its shortcomings, despite its you know, simplicity, maybe, I find it to have that charm, and that's why I enjoyed playing it. When I first picked it up, kind of randomly, I remember hearing about it as a kid, and people always made the same complaint that they make today, which is that there's no marriage. It's definitely it's a game. It's a Harvest Moon game that they've never really repeated. I mean, they did Hero of Leaf Valley, but that one's significantly different enough that. I totally agree about Animal Crossing. I can't, I don't want to, I can't talk smack about the series, but I am kind of a Dobutsu no Mori, Animal Crossing 64, Animal Crossing GameCube, and Wild World guy. I really don't go much beyond that. I did play City Folk, but I had limited experience with that, and I will say I forgot. I actually bought New Leaf when it came out, a long time ago. I played that for a while. But I haven't played Switch. Obviously, I know it sounds like... I guess I don't like the feature explosion. The explosion of options. And in a way, I like the simplicity. It's the same reason why I don't play... Stardew Valley. And nothing against Stardew Valley, but just for me personally. Yeah, it feels nostalgic without even... And I didn't play this game until I was 25. Yeah, Animal Crossing is on 64. Yeah, it's Japanese only. But then Animal Crossing GameCube is a port. Is a localization of, I believe, an enhanced port of the original Animal Crossing 64. I can't remember exactly the sequence, but like they released an enhanced version of Animal Crossing 64 in Japan for GameCube, and then that is what became Animal Crossing when it was localized in other regions. Yeah, I love Animal Crossing GameCube. I mean, that's the... In fact, I really want to buy a copy. I have my English copy at home. My brother has it, but I kind of want to get my own copy now. I could take that copy from him, but okay. So she's inviting me to the... I haven't even been counting my gifts because at this point it is literally you just spam gifts to her, and that should be everything. So now I just wait for her again, and then that's the end of the ending. This one's actually taking longer than I thought it was. I forget how long. I think my Japanese PB is like 35 minutes. So this is all text as far as I can tell. Maybe it's not quite 30. Maybe it's a bit more. I can't remember. Anyway, but Animal Crossing GameCube is so expensive now. It's crazy. It's like $50 at least, if not much more. Especially if you want it complete in box. It's upwards of a lot. So anyway, so to me that was like, I played that game like up and down. And that was really my favorite period of gaming. I know I have a lot of friends who are all about certain games like Final Fantasy and I get it. I mean, I like RPGs, but I don't have any friends, at least not in real life personally, who had the same kind of like chill farm and life simulation experience that I had from age like 12 to like age 15. Like those years, I was just playing freaking Harvest Moon and Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing, pretty much mostly. And I played old N64 games that I always had as a kid, and so that was kind of my earlier era or phase. But wow, yeah, complete inbox. Dang, my controller is like glitchy. It opens the inventory sometimes. But yeah, so that was like when I tell people that like some of my pretty much my favorite gaming memories are Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing. They're like, bro, like that's part of why I didn't get into Melee until I was 18, because I actually didn't have Melee as a kid. I got Brawl when it came out, and I played N64 Smash, but I didn't really play. I played Brawl the most like in a party context with a couple of friends who had Brawl, and I would go over there and we'd have proper like party Smash sessions. But then I didn't get into playing Melee seriously. Not like I play Melee super seriously, but I got into Melee, and now Melee is one of my favorite games of all time just because of playing it a lot. But I didn't play it like that until I was 18. Because and I talked to people who were like, oh man, I love playing Melee, I always played it and everything, and all I could say was, I played Animal Crossing, and and Harvest Moon. It's totally built for speedrunning. Awesome for speedrunning. But casually, once you figure out all the endings, it's that's one, I think, thing that Save the Homeland is lacking, is in a way it's most effective casually when you don't know how to complete the endings. When you don't know any of the requirements, you don't know how to trigger the cutscenes or anything like that. Because then you can properly just enjoy wandering around and kind of engaging in various events. You don't know which events are necessary, you don't know which are unnecessary. Oh, festivals. Festivals are actually another thing I think people complain about, which I agree with, that the game is lacking. They tried to make up for that with a bunch of cutscenes and just various sort of social events, but in a way they couldn't really do festivals because of the way they had arranged it. They made sure as much as possible to you can't, any festival is a potential day that you're taking from the player to be able to walk around and figure out, because the affection resets every year. So if you don't complete an ending and then you get to the end of the year, all of a sudden every interaction that you've had throughout that year is wiped. So they kind of couldn't. So I can see how they were trying to balance it, but and Pokemon. I guess Pokemon was the other game I was always playing besides Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing. But yeah, I think Hero of Leaf Valley definitely solved kind of pretty much all those problems, if I remember correctly. So in that sense, it's kind of. But that's why this is great for speedrunning. If you're going to speedrun Harvest Moon, if you're one of those types of nerds. They could technically release Soul Calibur on Switch. I suppose I don't know that they have the rights to the IP anymore, but I know that they had that one Soul Calibur game that came out for GameCube that had Link in them, right? It was like they had different console exclusive characters, and for the GameCube it was Link. Is it like Soul Calibur 2 or something? Or I never played Soul Calibur. Okay, so there's our cutscene. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Oh, anyway, so there's that. Thank you. I never noticed she has like a little question mark on her boot. Oh, I guess okay. It's backwards on the other boot. Good morning. I think, yeah, so I'm just finishing now, and I think next, if you're interested, is it GBC 3? I think that Lamp is next, right? It's one of the GBC games. We are still quite far ahead. I don't think I think I will be breaking even. Pretty much. Okay, cool. Yeah, because we gotta fill a little bit of time. Okay, so we'll just get through these credits and then. All's fair in love and war. How about that Legends Arceus though? Agreed. I think it's probably at least the best in a long time. Good soundtrack, yes. Also, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely up there. Yeah, toy box. Yeah. I never noticed those earrings before. Am I just tripping? I feel like I have never noticed those. And time. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Desert. Thanks, everyone else organizing and everything. If you're interested in saving the Homeland, Discord, and you know, plenty of notes. I can help you, but otherwise, it was fun to play. Or I should say Harvest Moon in general. Casual or otherwise, plenty of people to talk to about mooning. So, no problem. Good luck to Lamp.